Well, Travis, first of all, welcome to Paris while we're in Toussus-le-Noble airport. It's nearly the end of the trip for you.
That's right, yes. I've flown 99% of the way around the world, and just one more day to go and I'll be back home.
Okay, so a big stop tonight. I think there is kind of a sports competition that you really want to follow.
It's just England playing in the Euro finals. So just a small competition. I'm really looking forward to watching that tonight. Heading to Belgium tonight. Staying with some friends there and hopefully watch the football game, and really look forward to that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I was told that you had many interests in life. You started with competitive motorcycling, then you went on to take glider lessons. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you have done those last years?
Yeah, so I've been I've had a lot of hobbies. I used to do motocross. I used to do kickboxing as well. I like to do that a lot, and now I started my flying training after that in gliders. Eventually went solo on my 14th birthday in a glider, and then I started my flight training. Got my license on my 17th birthday. Got my instrument rating not long after, and now the main challenge is to break the world record of the youngest person to fly solo around the world in a single engine aircraft, and so that's what I'm doing right now.
So tell me a little bit more about the plane you have been flying around the world.
Yes, so my aircraft is a Cessna 172R model built in 2001, and it's been hugely upgraded since then. It's got a really nice Continental diesel/Jet A engine, super efficient. I'm burning 15 liters an hour and 4 gallons an hour, so it's really a really great engine, and got plenty of range with that, and super very reliable, as I found on this trip. It works perfectly. As well as that, I've got all new Garmin equipment on board, GTN 750 XI, GFC 500 autopilot, 2 G5s as well. Absolutely perfect, IFR capable machine, and super easy to fly, and a lot of fun. And that's the aircraft I'm taking around the world right now.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about the trip. You started in Holland, and then?
Yes, so I started in Tours in Holland, and then I continued. I'm flying east around the world. So then went to Poland, Gdansk, Poland, and then spent a night there, and then continued on, entered Russia in a place called Pskov. Didn't stop there for long, just stayed an hour there. Then continued down to Moscow. Had a lot of fun over Moscow. Flew actually quite low over Moscow, which is really cool. Some cool sights there. And then after that, I flew all the way through Russia. Just traveling, exploring Russia all the way up, and then eventually crossing the North Pacific, actually over the Bering Strait between Russia and Alaska. And so, shortened that 15-hour, 16-hour leg over to 2 15-16-hour legs over the Pacific into just a 3-hour flight over the Bering Strait. So it was really, really good. That and then from there in Alaska, continued down south. Had an unplanned stop in Canada. Had a few issues there. Headwinds are very strong. Then after that, was zigzagging up and down the US, as I have to, in order to beat the record. I had to fly at least 21,520 miles or something like that. And so I zigzagging up and down, and now actually well over that now. And so after I left the US, after doing some mileage, entered Canada again, to Greenland, then Iceland, was this how I crossed the North Atlantic, then to Ireland, Donegal Island, then to Cork Island. Had a few issues, had a GPS failure, had that fixed in Cork, then headed to Spain, then Gibraltar, and then yesterday flew from Gibraltar to Morocco, then Algiers, and then their Airbus factory, in France, which was Toulouse, that's it. It was really fun. And now here I am today, here almost close to Paris, and about to fly off to Belgium in a bit.
Okay, so was a dream that you had since a long time. How do you feel now after, nearly completing that dream?
Yeah, it's something I've had for pretty much as long as I can remember. I've always loved flying. I've always loved seeing planes, just being in the air. If I ever go on holiday or ever was going on a trip somewhere, the most exciting part for me would be the flight there and back. So I used to find that really fun. I always been interested in it, and I started my flight training and it got hooked, and after a trial lesson I got hooked, and then continued on since there.
So you flew around the world solo, but you were solo in the plane. How about your team back at home? How did your family get involved, and how did all that gel together to allow you to do that trip?
Yes, so at home, my team consists of pretty much just my dad and my flight support company as well. So my mum helps quite a bit as well, actually. When I left, she helped a lot, and so we all working together, and it works out great. They've been super supportive, and I couldn't do it without them. And it took a lot of convincing to get them to get on board and actually help me do this. And but I'm so thankful that they're on board and they've actually allowed this to be a possibility.
How long did it take for you to convince them that you were serious and this had to happen?
Oh, years. Like 2-3 years, I think. I was nagging I want to do this. Hey, Dad, can you let me do this, please? What do I got to do this? And so I think eventually they got sick and tired of it, and eventually said okay, right, we'll see how I can help. So that's how it all came to be.
And how was the reception by other pilots that you met around the world? Were you surprised by the number of people following your flight and how they tried and support you?
Yes, I was very surprised actually about how many people who knew about me. I thought I'm just a young kid and no one's going to know about me. But a lot of these places, there's someone who's saying, "Hey, Travis, how you doing? I've been following you. This is awesome." So that's really cool to see, and really great for motivation to keep going. To see all these people here and there, cheering you on and helping me out a lot of the time. And that's awesome. Yeah.
So, what would be the things that you would do differently if you were to restart from day one, but with the knowledge you have acquired during that flight around the world?
I would have. The trip's gone actually very smoothly so far. Probably the one thing I should have done is not flown into Greenland late on a Saturday and leave on a Sunday.
That's a costly experience.
Yes. Yeah, that cost me $2,000, which was that was annoying. But apart from that, just don't fly over the Rocky Mountains as well at midnight. That's not a good idea. And definitely. But other than that, the trip's gone extremely well, and I'm not too sure what else I could have been more prepared for.
So you flew around the world in the Cessna 172, the scooter that every pilot uses for a Sunday jolly or $100 hamburger.
Yes.
How did the plane did it really work out good for you?
Yeah, the planes works absolutely perfectly. The engines work fine. I did a 100-hour check in Texas, and when the engineer took the cowling off and looked at it, he was saying, wow, this plane does not look like it's been flown halfway around the world. So he was very impressed with that. But when you're running an engine every day, that's actually good for the engine for such a long time. So hence why the engine is working so great. And I had one issue with the GPS, but in my issue the antenna had failed. So just a quick, easy replacement, and the Garmin were super helpful with fixing that and troubleshooting the problem. So that was really easy. But apart from that, no other issues. It's been great.
What special equipment did you put on board? I'm not talking about the multiple iPads and cameras and things like that, but really like safety equipment. How did you anticipate every emergency situation, and what did you bring with you to be able to face those situations?
Yeah, so I have so many PLBs. I got one on the life raft, one on me, one just next to me in the pocket, so I can just grab that as well. I got a huge bag behind me just full of survival stuff, which, well, when I say huge, I mean small enough I can quickly grab it and get out the plane. I got a life raft, a very nice life raft. Again, perfectly seated next to me, so I just open the door and chuck it out and get onto it. And so I'm very well prepared. I got satellite phones. I had a HF radio crossing the Atlantic. I was very well equipped.
And what was that HF radio working?
No.
Okay.
I actually I didn't actually turn it on. I had it on board to say that I was to be legal, but I didn't use it. I just called them on the satellite phone instead. So, which is far more reliable and much easier to use. So, a better system than the HF radio.
And to face those emergencies, did you do some specific training beforehand?
Yes, so I did some a couple of survival courses in the UK actually, and as well as mountain survival course as well. Sea ditching, survival in the water, and survival in the mountains. So I did some courses back in the UK to make sure I was prepared for it all.
So you went in the dunk tank and.
Unfortunately not, because it was coronavirus. So before coronavirus, I was planning to go to it, but then I couldn't do that. So instead, it was all pretty much just over that section of the course, just over like a Zoom, pretty much just talking about and showing videos of it and stuff like that. So which was unfortunate.
So now that the dream is nearly completed, what is going to be the next dream?
I'm not sure actually. I put pretty much all my focus and everything onto this trip that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing after this. It's been a lot of fun and I've really enjoyed it, but I don't really know what to do after this now. I'm gonna have a couple good nights sleep and then I'll be thinking about it.
Would that probably involve fast flying jets or? The
RAF is definitely definitely an option. That's definitely something I'm very interested in doing. I'm not too interested in joining the airlines. I'm not actually sure what else after that to do.
Okay. Well, Travis, it was a pleasure welcoming you here in France. We've been following you pretty closely all those days. We cringed when we saw the Saturday and the Sunday in Greenland and said, no, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
But we wish you extremely well and keep us posted on what will be going on for the next adventure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much and great to talk to you. Great to meet you.